Hey, deformed race car fans, here's a rare one. It's taken me quite a while to track this down, but finally have it. So it's the Gulf Advan Fortune MT Mosler. This is the MT900R, I believe, just based off the rear photo. It was campaigned by ANS Racing back in 2005, just because it says 2005 there. Yeah, that's the team. Must be a Japanese team. And then this car's had several liveries later on. It's been transitioned to other teams and stuff like that. So Mosler is a defunct American race car company. Actually, they made one street car, I believe, but they made around 30 of these race cars, and they were powered by Chevy LS1 V8 engines of 5.7 liters, but I don't know how much power they made. The car weighed only 1,020 kilograms, and they were produced between 2001 and 2011. Alright, so let's well, I got these mirrors. I'm gonna put the mirrors on later. Let's just look at the... I can only find one decent photo here. As you can see, this is running some gold like BBS wheels. This is not. And then the only other two photos I could find are very low resolution. But you can see the deformation is pretty crazy. It's got four lights like a Corvette. Okay. So let's take a look here now. Starting on this side, yeah, those wheels, they're blanked off. They're not even molded well. This lip is totally messed up, or maybe that's a lot of paint, but yeah, there's something really weird right here. I've had others where the paint has gotten all sticky and old, and I just ended up 3D printing my own. Possibly I'll do that later on this one. But what's nice is the tires. The Yokohama Advance printed very nicely, very concentric. Alright, so they are rubbery tires, I believe. And then here on the bottom we have the brand CART or CART. And then it says one of one company. Yeah, so that must be the main company. And then there's a screw holding in the front and there's some sort of tab, I believe, back there. I think you can see that little rectangle going into the rear. So it's a solid opaque body, I think. Just painted this, very nicely. So we have this rear vent here, and then we have that whole side vent area. That's supposed to be a vent. But look at all this printing. This is not a decal. This is actual Tampo print work here. It's very nice. Very cool. And not quite enough orange there, but it's a toy. I can't imagine this thing cost much when it was new. Even up here, look at the Tampo printing is very nice. There's a lot of different livery printing. What am I trying to say? Sponsorship printing, yes. Even on the windshield, you have all those different colors, right? So the striping is very well done. The big orange in the middle, there's a sky blue. There seems to be a hint of orange on this side and that side, so I don't know what the deal is with that. Oh, maybe they painted it all orange first and then painted the blue on top of it and they missed the mark there. But the front stripes match the rear stripes pretty well. Just opaque lights here, painted black. Sadly, some sort of imperfection. This thing's really old. Ooh, yeah, that too. Seems like super glue or something. Anyways, little vent. It's very shallow vents there, but at least there's black paint. Up here, it's just perfectly smooth, but the black vent painted nicely. This side, oh, well, let's see, nothing there. So fuel fillers on this side, those are molded and painted. And then the louvers there, very cool. Pretty thin wing struts, considering it's thinner than Hot Wheels. Yeah, the Corvette-ish lights, they kind of missed the mark. They're going outside. A little grill here, really shallow exhaust tips. You could add some paint there, but they did add black paint here, so that's pretty cool. And yeah, these are pullback toys. Still works. And then this thing has mirrors, which are kind of neat. So I'm gonna have to get these out of here. And what is nice is, unlike choroq, which you just glue onto nothing, this has peg holes. Right, so well, if the friction fits good enough, I won't even glue it at all. Just be mindful, they're so small, I think you're gonna need tweezers. And it looks like it might be a little bit bigger on the outside, so I'm gonna assume the outside. Well, maybe that's the inside, I don't know. The race car just has rectangular mirrors, it looks like. So I'm not sure which side. I'm gonna put the taller side on the inside. Oh yeah, if you look at the top view, yeah, that would make more sense aerodynamically for my little cartoon car. Boy, this is really small. Come on. Ah, I missed it. Fast forward if you need to, but if you buy this, you want to probably see how difficult this is to do. So line that with the hole. Maybe just hold the tweezers there. Try to push it in. I don't know. I'm trying to align it, but... So, yeah, I'm putting a lot of force there. I don't want to break it. I think it went in there, but there's still a little notch showing, so I have a suspicion it's supposed to go down to that notch. Let's try the other side and see if it's any easier. I like how there's even silver paint on these mirrors. I don't see any sort of keyway, any sort of different shape down there. It's just round. And there it goes. So the wheels are weird. I did finally find that mirror. And by the way, there is a flat spot, so the way the mirrors are set up right now is the correct way. Anyways, be very careful. Be careful how you hold those, because it took me over an hour to find that mirror. I had to tear this whole room apart. As I was touching this, you know, look at this. It's just grabbing the dirtiness from my fingers. The paint is literally peeling off. It's just all old. So I'm going to replace these wheels. The real race car seems to have like gold BBS kind of wheels, so I 3D printed some. And we're going to swap these out. I'm going to try to... Oh, those tires are really old. They're kind of hard. Might want to take the motor out of the base. Boy, that tab is really strong. I don't want to snap the base in half, you know? This plastic might be brittle being so old. It's not really designed to be taken apart, it seems. That tire's so old, I tore the wheel off the axle. There we go. Wow. Yeah, so this is a scary part about rubber tires on toys. They're gonna harden and crack, I assume. This thing's impossible. I have to come back. Since it's such a opaque body, I popped in a colorful motor from another churro, but now I 3D printed these wheels to choroq size, but the tire is actually stretched out bigger than the diameter of a choroq wheel, so I can't use these unless I print another set, which I'm too lazy to do. Let's see what else we can find. So you can just take a Q-tip and get that extra paint off, because it is rubbery. It doesn't stick to the rubber, so that's good. I have these 8mm speed wheels from AliExpress. The only issue is you have to glue the metal rim on. It's not glue, it's just held by the tire, which is kind of weird, but I guess it is more effort. So I just take some crazy glue here, and then this toothpick. You just gotta get it on the lip here, a couple areas. Smear that there. That's good enough. Take that lip, put it on. Yeah, it's already glued. Alright. So, now that that's there. So these are better than my 3D printed wheels by far, having real metal lips. And I feel like this toy. Now the fronts are much smaller diameter. It's weird to have two different diameter tires, right? Sadly the printing isn't on both sides of the tire. So the rear fits a little loose, but okay. And the front's just gonna have to fit a little tight. we go. You can hear it squeezing on. Hopefully that thing won't crack in the future, but it wouldn't surprise me if it does. It's also weird, the tire on the backside is totally flat, like it's so slab-sided, right? But I guess it doesn't matter, you know, as long as the front side is curved like a real tire, that's cool. But I just feel like maybe they could have just molded it on both sides. Anyways, so that looks pretty good. Alright, so let's get this screw back here. And we will pop this tab here. So it's just opaque plastic. There's a little support there for the front axle. The wing is glued in, as you can see. I missed the tab. Okay. I want to back out the screw because it's plastic, this thread. Then I found the thread and just lightly tighten that. Now I need a bunch of poster putty. I use this gray Powderfix Pro stuff, and it never strips paint, it never hardens, it's just good stuff for all hobbyists. Boy, I need a lot more putty. Or I'll just jam that in there. Up here on this side. Yeah, that's looking a lot better already. Oh, sorry for my sniffling. My cat got into this room. Might have some allergies. Alright, that looks pretty sweet. Now with the putty you can actually make it steer, so maybe I'll make this side steer. And also rear camber. Granted, on a race car you wouldn't have a crazy amount of camber. I'm going to put Yokohama up top on this side. But you could. It is a cartoon car after all. But now I'm going to go to do that. So let's see about making this steer a little bit. Yeah, see? That's pretty sweet. And if you mess up, just pull out the putty and do it again. Alright, some other closed cockpit race cars. We have a Honda NSX here. We have the Nissan R390 GT. I 3D printed my own wheels for that one though. This one actually I think won Le Mans. This is the Sauber C9. Came with its own wheels specific to that car. Pretty cool. Here's old Jag XJR 13, was it? I don't know, thing's really old. It just says XJR. I guess that's all it's called. I 3D printed my own wheels for that though. Here's a different deformation by choroq. This is some sort of Mazda 737C. And the last one is from, I don't even know. It's one of those freebies from either Suntory or Kirin or something. But it's got all this Tambo printing on it. I did 3D print my own wheels. But, yeah, this is a freebie. It's pretty good for something that was free to someone that bought some coffee in Japan. Alright, so yeah, you can actually buy a lot of different race cars that are deformed in this roughly 1/64 scale. I will say this is definitely bigger than your standard choroq size, but still small enough to collect for sure. Just be mindful, you know, the wheels are garbage. The paint they use just gums up and stuff and doesn't look so cool, but boy, if you get these SW wheels on there, it sure looks cool to me now. Unfortunately, the paint's got that little bubbling on it. It makes me almost want to try to buy another one, but this thing was pretty expensive as it is. Thanks for watching. We'll see you the next time. Bye.